Hello butterflies! Today I want to share with you some of the exercises that I like to do before starting my arm balancing practice. Warming up is a very important part of the practice. It will allow you to get ready, warm up the muscles that you're going to use later, and it also prevents some injuries. This is the first video of the series Arm Balancing for Beginners. Don't forget to save the playlist so you can continue to practice at home later. To stay tuned with all the videos that I'm going to be sharing, hit that subscribe button and like this video. Thank you! Let's begin the warm-up doing some head rolls. Let's do 5 rolls to the right side and then 5 rolls to the left. Do it slowly and take care of each corner of your neck. Once you're done with your last roll, bring your hands towards your shoulders and start making shoulder rolls. Do 5 to 10 rolls backwards and then 5 to 10 rolling forwards. Come into a downward facing dog position. From here, we're gonna do 10 kicks, lifting the leg as high as possible and then trying to carefully tap your nose. Here I'm only showing my right leg, but remember to do 10 kicks with both legs. After your last kick, step your foot between your hands. Drop your left knee down. Keep your belly close to your front thigh. We're gonna do a gentle hamstring stretch, lengthening your front leg back and forwards and then holding for 5 to 10 breaths. Focus on keeping your back straight. Look first towards your toes and keep lengthening your back and neck. Bend your front leg and with your left hand reach to your left foot. Bring the foot close to your hips and square your hips and shoulders. Try to go deeper and lower, reaching from your left hip down towards the floor. Next, we're gonna step back into downward facing dog. Open your feet wide as your mat and drop your chest and the crown of your head down towards the mat, opening the chest and shoulders in this position. After 10 bounces, hold for 10 breaths. Let's drop the knees down and come into a cat position. We're gonna go for some cat and cow movements. On the inhale, you're gonna look forwards and arch your back. On the exhale, round your back. Let's step back into downward facing dog. Now we're gonna do 10 long kicks, keeping both legs straight. Remember, I'm only showing the right side, but do your 10 kicks with both legs. Kick as high as you can and keep your hips square at all times. Step your foot forwards between your hands and circle your back heel down. Let's lengthen the back and bring the belly and chest towards your front thigh. Lead from the chest and try to lengthen and straighten your back. After a few breaths in this pyramid pose, we're going to turn to the side of the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Try to keep your hand palms together. Drop forwards and down, folding with your legs wide open and dropping your hands forwards towards the floor. Stay here for another 5 breaths. Keep opening your shoulders and lengthening your back. Step back to the top of your mat. Keep your feet wide as your hips. Lengthen your back. Inhale. Exhaling, grip your big toes with your peace fingers and fold forwards. Keep lengthening your back, drawing your belly in and up, trying to connect your belly to your thighs. Lead from your chest. Hold for 5 to 10 breaths. Coming back up, we're gonna make a reverse prayer, bringing our hands together in Namaste behind the back. You could also hold onto your elbows. Step back and square your hips to the back of the mat. Take a deep inhale and fold forwards, leading from your chest and keeping your back straight. Keep your elbows pushing out, your chest opening, and look towards your toes. Hold for 5 breaths. On your inhale, come up and pivot to the front of the mat. Exhale and fold forwards over your left leg. Remember to lead from the chest, both legs are straight, elbows opening out, back is lengthening. Inhale to come up and release. Back from cat pose, walk your fingers forwards and drop your chest down to get into puppy pose. Try to keep your hips in line with your knees hip distance apart. Press your fingertips onto the floor and bring your chest as close to the mat as possible. Your chin is also dropping down to your mat. After 5 breaths, inhale, come up, exhale, round your back, and we're gonna do some chest rolls sideways. Let's do 5 rolls to the right and then 5 rolls to the left. Keep it a free movement, it's okay to bend the elbows. Let's go back to puppy pose, this time with the arms in prayer position. Try to squeeze your elbows as close to each other as possible. And again, let's keep the hips on top of the knees. Look towards your elbows and drop your chest down. Keep actively drawing your shoulder blades towards each other and bringing your chest and chin towards the mat. Hold for 5 breaths, dropping your chest as low as you can, stretching your shoulders gently. Then come back to cat pose, round your back and push the floor. Now we're starting with the wrist warm-up. To begin, we're going to draw circles from the shoulders, rolling over the wrist, transferring the weight to all corners of your hands. Let's do 5 circles to the right and then another 5 to the left. Now we start pressing the floor, gripping with the fingers and drawing the hands back, and then circling the hands all the way forwards and inwards. Let's do another round. Walk your hands outwards and back, gripping the floor, and walk back forwards and inwards. Flip your hands back. Close your thumbs and your fingers in and draw the mouth of your elbow back and forwards, pointing your elbows towards the front and all the way to the back. Don't move your hands. Rotate from your shoulders, elbows and wrist. After that, bring your fingers pointing to your knees, close to your legs and sit back as far down as possible. Feeling the stretch in the front of your arms. Release the weight, flip your hands, press the back of your hands onto the mat and again sit back as low as possible. Hold for just a couple of breaths to release your wrist. Take the measure of one hand between your hand and your knee. Straighten your arms. Bring your shoulders over your wrist and lift the back of your hand up and down 10 times. Only lifting your palm, not your fingers. After 10 reps, you're gonna turn your fingers out and repeat the same exercise. This time, shoulders and wrists are in the same line. Complete 10 reps, clasp your fingers, and do some wrist rolls freely back and forwards. Unclasp your hands, shake your hands, activating your fingers and your hands. And let's go for the first warm-up drill. Align your fingers with your knees, point your toes, round your upper back, and lift your hips up. Keep your knees close to your chest. You want to create compression. Draw your belly in and hold for 10 breaths. Toes are pointing. Push the floor from your hands. Here you can see that I keep my feet and my heels together. Also observe how the shoulders stay close to the ears, pushing the floor all the time. Hold 10 breaths. We do 2 rounds. On the last round, We're gonna lift the heels towards the hip, alternating, doing 10 kicks in total. Keep compressing your knees towards your belly and keep pushing the floor from your hands and shoulders. Come to the edge of your mat in a short downward dog. Lift your hips up, remove all the weight from your feet, only on your tippy toes, and then step your feet together in between your hands. Keep lifting from your core and from your hips, rounding your upper back and pushing the floor. You want to create as much lightness as possible on your toes. Complete all the length of your mat and maybe do 2 or 3 rounds. We're gonna close today's session in a seated forward fold. So lengthen your spine, take a deep inhale, reach forwards and release your head. You can stay here for as long as you like and then you're ready for your arm balancing practice. Before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe and point your toes.